Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Merry Christmas. Let me just go on and give it out the way, even though I'm not in the spirit. I tried. Too much shit happened this year for me to even be in the spirit. It ain't even the fact that I can't even buy gifts because I ain't always been able to buy gifts. It's just way too much shit that happened. I done had me a good little old cry session. My baby gone with her sperm donor. Ooh. So this year is definitely different. I finally did get told about Christmas dinner, but I just got told not too long ago. I don't know if I'm going or not because I plan on staying home and braiding my hair. When I didn't get an invitation somewhere ahead of time, I was just like, I'm going to be at home. So I thought I was going to have a little boo, but he turned into a jerk. Like, I thought we were on the same page on... Well, as far as, like, how we are, how we're trying to be, all of this stuff, kind of take me for how I am type of situation. And he turned out to be a jerk. And I'm sorry, I'm not finna be apologizing for my mouth when you provoking me. I'm just not. Like, I don't have a husband anymore for a reason. If you gonna provoke me and then try to control me after you've provoked me, oh, hell no. You are the most manipulative narcissist I've ever been around, and I refuse. Like, no. No. And then he tried to throw my divorce up, and I'm like, nigga, my divorce don't even have nothing to do with this conversation, but okay. I left that motherfucker, so I don't even know why the fuck you brought that up, but okay. I don't even talk about certain details of that because niggas are niggas, you know what I'm saying? And one nigga say, well, if he wasn't doing X, Y, and Z, well, why'd you leave? Because that ain't all it is, stupid. So, and I actually was pushing him off because I hit a year since my divorce. I haven't been in no major relationship. I ain't had no uh-ohs, no slip-ups, even though it's already known that I do want more babies, but I've made my point clear. I need to make sure your ass gonna stay around. That's what the fuck that means to me. And, like, he even told me how we, knew each other. Obviously I knew him before I even knew my ex-husband. And, all of that, the more we talked and stuff like that, okay, you obviously been paying attention to me. When I was married, like I tell everybody that's come back into my life, I was not paying attention to none of you niggas because why? I was occupado, and that's what I was supposed to be doing. So I'm just like, okay. And he approached me with the whole friend thing, and I'm like, I don't even want no friends right now, but you being a little aggressive about it, you can obviously see I need a friend because I do need a friend. That don't necessarily mean I want one. So I'm just like, okay, and then I always had a special place in my heart for this person anyway because of something, he experienced. So, when I started having baby fever again and started seeing certain things and stuff like that, I just like, well, he got put on the list of people I deleted when I started going through my spiritual journey. It just is what it is. Hell, if we all just Facebook friends, social media friends, or whatever, how do we know that we really care about one another if we're not showing that for one another? So when I started deleting people, that's just what that was for me. If it's meant for us to have a relationship, then you'll find me again, just like my spiritual baby did. Whenever the hell she want me in her business, she come find me. And everybody else, that when they want me in their motherfucking business, they come find me. I don't go looking for no damn body. And so when him and I got into it, he made a comment. I don't even remember what the comment was because I deleted all the messages and everything at this point because I'm like, yes, I'm praying for my man, but I don't necessarily think that you were supposed to be him because the whole time we've been talking, you've been pissing me off and I haven't even been saying nothing. I had to go buy me a Black and Mild the other day because that nigga pissed me off. And I didn't want to drive over to his motherfucking house and slap the shit out of him. That and I have to think about my child when I decide I want to slap the shit out of somebody, which I've already told him I'm going to pop his ass. But, yeah. And then, I need men to understand that you wanting a woman that's just going to say okay, and you not understanding why just saying okay bothers the fuck out of her, it's not going to work. Like, me and him stayed arguing. And again, like I told him, I don't like arguing unless it comes with gifts, no red roses, please, or sex. I don't want to argue. My papa said you're supposed to keep the blood pumping. But again, if ain't no gifts at the end of that, leave my blood alone. So, I'm just like, you're not even my man. And we arguing. And it ain't even, it will be little bitty stuff. You know, stuff that could be brushed off or whatever, and things that I probably brushed off in my last relationship because of how mature I am when it comes to certain things. The only thing I cannot stand is a grown-ass man mumbling. God damn it, if you felt grown enough to mumble the shit, say it out loud. If you're going to be disrespectful, be all the way disrespectful. That is one thing I cannot motherfucking stand. Oh, and don't fucking holler at me. You holler at me, I will throw something at your ass. Like, You say what you need to say respectfully, and we go from there. I only get irate when I hear no, or you start doing some shit that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. You better ask about that last one. So, I'm just like, I didn't even ask for you. So when I started going off and he was like, yeah, that's some shit that I'm not dealing with. That's probably why you with your parents. That's probably why you divorced and yada, 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 yada. Actually, it's not. And you finna be on the list of with all the rest of the men and women that I really don't give a fuck about. Which is why I've been pushing everybody off, keeping everybody at a certain distance, because I know why I'm talking to people the way I'm talking to them. I know why I'm handling people the way I'm handling them. So it's not for you to understand. If you truly want to understand, that's one thing. But if you're trying to pry just to get in my business, just to piss me off, all you're going to do is piss yourself off. I really don't give a damn. So, and then I was going to sit and braid my hair after Diamond left, but her damn daddy took so long to get here, and it fucking pisses me off that he gives me a time and then takes his motherfucking time, because he don't want me out with nobody. He don't want me taking Diamond with me nowhere, which he knows 9 times out of 10, if I'm going out with somebody, I'm not taking Diamond unless we've decided we're going to be serious. And even then, it's still certain things I have to be looking for. But I'm just like, nigga, you have no sense of urgency. You have no sense of time or none of that. That's why when his people started talking about us not being on top, talk to this motherfucker. Hell, I'm just the wife. Hell, I'm just a tag along. This is what this nigga be doing. Shit. And when I see how lax they were when it came, baby, y'all not finna get on my motherfucking nerves. Get this baby and go. Ooh. Shit. And I'm sitting in my house by myself in the clouds, away from everybody. It was a problem. But why shit don't show up? Because y'all get on my damn nerves talking about each other. I don't hear that bullshit when I come nowhere. If that's what we was coming to do, I can stay at the house and watch TV, which is where I prefer it to be, on my screen. I need to eat something. I think I had finished the majority of Diamond's hair before I ate a breakfast sandwich, or half of my breakfast sandwich from the other morning. But I haven't eaten anything since then. I think I've had a cup of water. Yeah, I think I've had a cup of water. I went and got me a beer after I finished doing her hair as a celebratory. Yay, girl, you got to stand up on your leg today. It didn't hurt. Like, I only had to stop a couple of times just to wash it when it started itching. Like, ugh. But I don't even want it. Because I was like, well, what if I go somewhere? I don't want to get drunk. And once the longer Diamond left and I was sitting here and I was sad, and I'm like, damn, this is like the first Christmas Eve where her and I aren't together. We didn't even do anything Christmassy this season at all because of how everything has been going. Like, I bought cinnamon rolls for her. We haven't even done cinnamon rolls, but I think that's the thing. Another thing that's wrong with me as well, because cinnamon rolls was a thing with another one of my friends. So I bought them just to try to help, but they just still in there sitting. So I'm just like, ugh. And then today, I was singing, I was happy. Like, Christmas is a hard time for me. So I was singing, and Diamond just, I don't know. I guess when you see somebody happy, regardless of if you know what they've been through or not, you kind of just supposed to let them be in that moment. And with her being a kid, she didn't know, and she made a comment. She was like, Mama, why are you so happy? Why are you singing? And as I was singing Boyz II Men on Bended Knee. And certain Boyz II Men songs hit a little harder than others. So when I was sitting there braiding her hair and I was singing that song, and I was like, Diamond, when Mama is in a happy mode, let Mama be happy. And she was like, are you finna cry? And I was like, no. And I'm thinking to myself, I cannot believe I have a 9-year-old insensitive child. But she doesn't know because she hasn't gone through certain things. So she talks, because I want her to talk. So I had to step away and collect my thoughts and come back. And I'm glad my baby brother was here, because I was in the middle of having a panic attack while talking to Diamond. And he had to come grab me, because part of me was like, you need to explain to her what's wrong. And another part of me was like, thump her lip. But I don't even think she really understood everything that I said to her today, as far as why when I want to be happy, I just want to be happy. Because I say Diamond hasn't gone through anything yet, because I made sure that, again, I'm unhappy because I made sure my child, was for the most part safe. So my baby brother had to come in there and grab me and just hold me. He let me talk. He was talking in one ear as I was still talking to Diamond, because in my head, I know everything I'm saying to her is what she needs. Because she doesn't know what it's like. As far as Diamond is concerned, her dad and I and the grandparents that she have left are her saviors. So Diamond don't really understand certain things when Mama started flipping out and tripping when certain family members started dying. Like, I had to bring up the example of when her papa died, and when she hollered at me in that church bathroom. I said, do you remember those feelings when you hollered at me? And when my mama walked in that bathroom, my mama seen me crying, because I'm like, Mama, I just felt everything that she just hollered at me. And my mama just grabbed me and said, you're okay, you're okay. And then she grabbed Diamond and said, okay. I didn't even get upset with Diamond, because she just expressed to me exactly what was wrong with her. So how could I be upset with that child for that? But I feel like with her, some of her things happening as young as she is, and she can get past it with things, is like with my papa. I pretty much had my papa my whole life. My last living papa, because I had 3. And he was like another father to me. When my daddy was not around, he was my daddy. And I know people be having thoughts and comments about certain things. My parents were not always together. So whether I was seeing my mama or seeing my daddy, no matter which grandparent I was with, my grandparents were probably the most consistent thing in my life. All three couples. The most consistent thing in my life. So, when it comes to this whole co-parenting thing with Diamond, I'm very specific on certain things. This nigga tried to use something for Diamond to be able to introduce his bitch. Well, first of all, that's not even what we talked about, motherfucker. That's number one. Number two, you are a renigger. Number three. And I don't give a fuck about your bitch. You decided to introduce your bitch for something for your child. Do you not see how petty that is? Do you not see how petty that is? And then when I say, hey, because I'm giving out thanks individually, because this is my first year doing the fundraiser. So once I see a particular name pop up, I'm like, hey, do you know what so-and-so? Yeah. So, nigga, you know who this is from the jump. So when I asked you who the fuck this is, you should have said, yeah, that's my so-and-so, yada, yada, yada. Because you didn't do that, which is why you got the response you got. Nigga, you tried to be funny. What the fuck did we talk about? I don't give a damn who the fuck you're using to rub your dick with. I hope you know that. Just take care of your child. And stay the fuck out of my shit. And do what the fuck you're supposed to be doing for me. That's what the fuck I care about. When you start lacking somewhere, because, again, you had issues when we were married with certain things. Because, again, I could be mad, sick, all that, still suck a dick, still sit on one, all that great stuff, lay on my back, whatever the fuck you needed from me. Unless I was in excruciating pain. But, yeah, no. The shit after the marriage is what I really give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. None of that at all. Like I said, you tried to be funny. And I try to be there for you the best way I could. And it's like, when things still kept happening, it's like, all I can give you is an extended handle. I'm here if you need me. But from a distance. You got all these new people that you thought you was going to be funny with, trying to pop up around with in my face or bring up into my... I don't know what the fuck it is you think you're trying to do. I really don't give a fuck. But, yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. And for a nigga to say he wants you to be happy, he wants you to move on, he wants you to do this. Niggas do some of the most sneakiest, connivingest things, you know, and then try to play innocent. That's why I said, you can play all of that innocent shit with our parents if you want to, but I know the real, okay? And you try to hide behind them once my mouth starts going. Okay. I have other ways to get the things that I need from people, as people have seen, whether I've pissed them off or not. Same way I've been done. It will be okay. I was told, as long as you ain't stealing from nobody, you'll be alright. I have done that a few times, but it was truly needs. I prayed about it. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm finna do. I don't even want to braid no hair because I think it's 9:30. So, no, I'm not even finna start braiding no hair. But I at least prepped it. As soon as I got done with Diamond's hair, I was like, ooh, I'm in the mood to keep braiding. But then I was like, I need a drink. And then when her daddy texts talking about he gonna be late, like, god damn, nigga, you have all this time. You only see this child one day out of the week and you still can't be on time. You still can't get a damn schedule to pick up your fucking child. You only see her one day out of the fucking week. And, like, she even asked me, you know, I said, I don't know how Christmas break is going to go. I don't know if your dad is going to get you an extra day while he's off. I don't know how it's going to go. And she just looked at me. Diamond, baby, please don't do me like that. Direct all of that energy to him. We've been dealing with this really since you've been born. So, yeah, don't give me that energy. Give it all to your daddy. Like, don't have shit to do with me. Like, mommy is in the middle of trying to find a job. Mommy done lost her car. So, yeah, all your attitude, you need to direct it to your father, because your father created this life for us. Yes, he did. He did. And he don't like when people bring up his shortcomings, his none of this shit. I don't give a fuck. It's been done to me my whole life. That's what made me a better woman. That's what made me a better person. Because ain't no telling how many times motherfuckers done told me I was stupid for leaving his ass. I was stupid for this. I was stupid for that. Yada, yada, yada. And how many husbands, boyfriends, kids, diseases, all that other shit you done had? Yes, mind your business. Thank you. That's all I be needing for people to do. Yeah. If your advice really ain't gonna be a whole lot better than what I've already gone through, shut the fuck up. So, but yeah. Now I just got my hair in 2 braids. I did have some Marley twist on my last, was it my last video with Diamond? Yeah. I had some Marley twist on my last video with Diamond. I took that down after seeing my friend or whatever, because I got hot. And I was just ready for something new, because I'm still looking for another job. I'm still sending emails, answering emails, shit like that. So I'm like, okay, well, I could just keep this hairstyle up, because that was the hairstyle I put up while I was still on suspension at my last job, waiting to go back to work. So I just took that hairstyle down. And it's the week of Christmas. No one's going to call me tomorrow, hey, you're hired. So I'm like, I'm not finna worry about no damn hair today. At least not right now, because like I said, I had a moment after Diamond left. I was sad. I didn't even care no more. Not the fact that she left, but just, this is what the fuck my life is, you know. Once I got married, and again, it's not about the man, it's the plan. Once I got married and certain things started happening for me that I was okay with, I felt like I was supposed to be past a certain point, marriage-wise, because that was what I was choosing to do. So that's the only thing. Again, even with the whole baby from when I was younger, it's not about the person. It's about the action. It's about the thing. It's a spiritual thing. The loss of a life. That is what that is for me. That's all it is. Yes, you're going to always have connections with people, stuff like that, especially if y'all had unprotected sex, but with the last situation, it was because of a baby that was lost. The loss of life. With this situation, it's the loss of I guess the title. But again, I've talked to so many men since I've gone through this situation, and some of the things that they have taught me is true. You don't necessarily have to have a ring to be a wife. Yes, I do get that. However, there are also certain things that come along with that really holds the security for a woman. I don't give a fuck what you say. Don't care. Because I can pop out all these babies for you. What is going to keep you from leaving? And I'd be okay. No. A lot of them would rather have baby mamas because they don't have to have certain attachments with the woman. But it's the kids that's going to suffer at the end of the day, because they're missing something. Whether it's you in the present, or the money, or the teachings, or the whatever it is that they need from you, whatever it is you're supposed to provide for them. You know, it don't also always have to be monetary. And that's what I kept telling him. It's like, you can be the money man, because that's what your mama wanted you to do. That is what your mama and your granny kept reiterating. You buy this, you bought that, you paid for this, yada, yada, yada. Great. Because as a man, how can I depend on you if you not? How can she depend on you if you not? So, Diamond, you need something, you call your daddy, girl. Your daddy been working all these hours, girl. Call your daddy. What you want? We gonna call your daddy, because he won't give it to me, but he'll give it to you. Come on, we gonna call your daddy. Because you can't make time to spend time with her. And I mean spend time with her, just you and her. To know what she really likes. To know what makes her sad. What makes her happy. What makes her this. What makes her that. You don't know that. And that's something I've always told you even when we were happily married. If you don't know your daughter, if you don't learn your daughter, you're going to have a hard time being a parent. Because like I even told my mama this. I said, he cannot raise Diamond without another bitch. And that's including any of the women in both of our families. He cannot. I can raise her without a man. Yes. Do I want to? No. I mean, I got my daddy and my brothers. I don't need the man that I'm having sex with to help me raise Diamond. But I also want to teach Diamond what her mother is supposed to be properly loved like. Because obviously her dad didn't know how to do that. And again, he might not have been taught a certain way. Because we all have a preference. We all have a way that we want to be loved. And I'm sure he does as well. Because he is supposed to be able to open his mouth up and say that he wants to be loved a certain way. Everyone is supposed to be able to. So, can't nobody tell you, well, you got your standards too high, or you need to come down off of this song. No. That means I'm settling. Biblically, we were taught marriage is supposed to be a certain thing. You're not supposed to look for certain things when you get married, yada, 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 yada. That's why I'm perfectly okay when I signed the divorce papers. When I married that man, it wasn't for his looks. It wasn't for his brains. It wasn't for his brawn. He was truly a friend to me when I needed it. And it grew from there. And that's what that is. And it's like once I no longer wanted the friendship, because even now, like I said, my daddy will make a comment, well, y'all are still friends. No, we're not. We're just raising a baby together. That's it. Especially once he introduced his bitch to me the way he introduced his bitch to me. Yeah, no. Because you're a renegger. And this whole I don't remember shit, I forgot shit, it really gets on my motherfucking nerves. Because I'm pretty sure you ain't forget what pussy look like. I'm pretty sure you ain't forget where to look for it at. Exactly. Now, you did forget how to eat it. However, I'm pretty sure you ain't forget what to do. So all of that I forgot shit, it gets on my motherfucking nerves. Because if you put certain things in front of somebody, eventually they'll figure it out. Is all I'm saying. So I'm just like, yeah. But I ain't really watched much TV since Diamond been gone. I don't even think I turned the TV on. I let my leg air out some. Because, like, again, I was excited by the time I got done with her because my leg was not hurting at all. Like, my whole thing with finding another job now is if I'm going to be standing up too long. Because you already know your legs and shit are going to hurt from a job anyway. But because what I just went through, I don't need that extra. Because I don't have any type of disabilities, none of that bullshit. So when I walk into a door, I don't want to have to deal with that or have to come up with a lie or get hurt again just because I need an extra paycheck or I need a guaranteed paycheck or whatever the fuck folks be doing. Some folks, not all of them. Not all of them. So that's why I'm like, oh my God. So, but I'm so glad that it's healing up properly. I mean, it's just itchy as fuck, but it's healing up properly. I am done dissecting it at this point because I done pretty much scrubbed all the skin off of it. But yeah, I was in here with my whole leg up like this, in here dissecting this whole foot. And Diamond was like, Mama, what you doing? Girl, I'm trying to get the skin off. I said, that's part of the reason why it's itching. It's ready to come up. She's talking about, oh. Because at first I wasn't really showing it to her because I didn't want her to freak out. I don't want Diamond to be afraid of things. So, even though I'm afraid of a whole bunch of shit, that's how you're supposed to teach your children. And so I didn't let her see it at first. Like when it was still looked a certain way in the beginning, I let her see it. In the middle, when it was doing the little funky metamorphosis, transformation type of shit, I didn't want her to see it because I didn't want her to be, scared. And I was concerned about it because of how it looked and how it felt. But since it's gotten better, I'm like, okay, you want to look at it, you want to see it, you want to do this, you want to do that. So, and she was like, she was happy that it was getting better. Like today, I was dancing all over the kitchen and stuff. Because again, mentally, I'm excited because I can do certain things again with my leg. I'm still, walking, but it's just in the house. I guess I really won't be able to test it out until I actually get out the front door and walk up and down the street or whatever the case may be. But, like I haven't done squats or anything like that, but I have like squat down like a lady, like you're supposed to. I have done that in a way to where my ankle would be affected, and it's been okay. So I haven't done squats where I have to, open my legs and squat like that, but it should be okay when I do have to do it. I think I can get my brother to put me together a workout routine now, because he was like, did they say anything about any physical therapy? And I'm like, no, and I wouldn't even expect them to because it wasn't a work-related injury, a school-related injury, nothing major to where I would have to have physical therapy. So that was another concern with me working at work too, because it's like, if something else fucking happens, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I would get hurt now. I have no insurance, mama's insurance, ex-husband's insurance, nothing. So, and I decided that I'm not even gonna sue the girl or whatever, her boyfriend, for the situation, but she was a big help during the healing process, but I think I'm just going to be done with it because, again, noticing certain stuff, they could have been coming to my house to get their hair done, his hair done. They could have. Because, again, I got hurt because you didn't want to come to my house for him to get his hair done. And everything that we were doing over there, you could have been doing here. So, yeah. That is why I'm very forceful about being a mobile stylist, because people be trying to fucking play. So, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not going to sue. I'm glad that it's better. I am going to keep looking at it. Just to make sure it don't get any worse, because I don't know if this is going to have any long-term effects and shit like that. I'm more concerned about the whole bloodstream thing and all of that. But once I told them I took all the medicine, they said okay. So to me, okay means okay. So just making sure that I'm careful with the things I do, because like I said, my skin was still open. The wound itself is still a little open, but because of where I've had to scrub my skin off and stuff like that, certain parts are a little sore, still have a little drainage, but I got to get the skin off. So I just can't wait till I can rub these motherfuckers together so I can sleep comfortably. Because it's like having a sock on. I'm suffocating up under these covers. And I don't really care for no pedicure or nothing like that, because I don't have ugly feet. And I don't show my toes during the wintertime anyway. So if I do decide I want my toes painted, most times during the wintertime, I just paint them myself. But when I'm working, ain't none of that. I'm going to go get them motherfuckers done, and that's just what that's going to be. So, but I wasn't finna paint no toes if I wasn't finna get a whole pedicure and all of that. Like, no. If they gonna be crusty, they gonna be crusty and natural. I could tell from where my foot had swollen and went back down, though, because I definitely had to get across in between, make sure I had no ingrown toenails. I almost said ingrown hairs. No ingrown toenails, because, baby, because I haven't been able to wear shoes. And when I wasn't able to wear shoes, that was when my foot was the biggest. At first, I could put my Huaraches on and still go to work. But once that bitch got big, even putting on my house shoes felt horrible. So, I don't even know if, can I do it? Oh, yeah, I can turn it around. My room is a little dirty, but it's not as bad as it has been. So, this is my foot. And now that it's gone down, I have to wrap it all the way up to my, almost up to my calf, because of how skinny my foot and ankle really is. As a matter of fact, let me cut the light on so y'all can see. And I'm just laying on my quilt because Diamond and I washed my sheets yesterday. Well, last night before we started working on her. And when we got tired, I was just like, okay, well, the quilt is washed. We can just lay up under these blankets until the sheets get done. But by that time, we were up still. I just didn't feel like making the bed up because, again, having to make this big-ass bed up and you're 5'2" is a little aggravating sometimes. So, it's not nasty or nothing anymore. And it's funny because I sent it to one of my guy friends and that nigga said, ew. Boy, please, grow up. So, it pretty much looks like a burn mark at this point. I am upset because my skin, but I mean, it's what makes me unique, I guess. Once it finally does heal and, you know, finally see what the hell it really look like. So, I mean, I can honestly say I got a battle scar. I mean, I wasn't trying to, but I got one. At least I didn't have to be alive in 1955 to do it, but hey, it's on the list. So it wasn't supposed to be, but it's on that list. But yeah, and then that black mark that was on the bottom of my foot, my brother pushed it, like almost punctured it. So it eventually came off. It fell off. So I still have the puncture from where the cactus needle was and where the dog bit me because it was right there in the same spot. And I had probably stepped on a cactus needle maybe a week or so before that happened. And I'm thinking that could be part of the problem. But for the most part, my foot has started burning and stinging and all of that. My eczema has flared the fuck up. Like I was saying on Facebook on one of my posts or whatever, I have a big ass purple reddish mark up under my right boob and all on the side of my right rib. Like, oh my God. My cousin calls them strawberries. I got a big ass strawberry on my right front side. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't plan on getting no more tattoos on that side. No way. Because, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's ugly. Because, again, I always thought people's beauty marks were beautiful. They're the ones that have whatever insecurities about them. So it's just like, oh, man, I got another beauty mark. I done gained 2 beauty marks in a matter of a couple of months, yo. To go with my moles and everything else I got. But, like, this one came from the bottom. I don't know if you could really see it. From, like, this bottom area where I've been scrubbing it. That's why it looked like that. And then this one, I think it came off the side right here where I had been scrubbing it. So, at least I can point my toes again. Excuse me. The last guy I was talking to, I did tell him that I felt like it was the end of the world when I could not pop my toes, when I couldn't point my toes, because when that's your norm, it's like, oh my God. And he was like, he understood. And I'm like, I can't wait to wear heels again. I prefer the ones that strap around the ankles. But, yeah. But at least my ankle don't feel like it's going to fall off no more. Even though my ankles are flimsy regardless. Because I walk on my toes. But, yeah. And that nigga kicked my leg the other day when we was at my kids' program. And I almost slapped the fuck out of him in that auditorium. And that was the only thing that saved him because we were in that fucking auditorium. It took me back to when that nigga stepped on my toes in that apartment and I pushed his ass off my foot. And he looked at me and I looked at him. I'm like, nigga, you wear glasses. You got 4 pair of eyes. You didn't see my fucking feet. And he just looked at me and I looked at him. I will stomp on them bitches you got that you call toes. Say excuse me and pay attention. Hell. And that nigga will always do silly ass shit like that. Like, I don't have to wear glasses. I don't have to do certain shit. So when he would do certain silly ass shit like that, like making certain mistakes when we was having sex, that'd be another thing. Really, nigga? You don't know what the fuck you doing. Shit. It's like, people in general do some of the silliest, goofiest shit to the next person and be looking like they don't know what the fuck happened or they don't know what the fuck is going on. I am a little bummed out about today, though, because, again, I had been talking to somebody, not wanting to be in a relationship, but if it went that way, then okay. But definitely thought I would have had plans. But it's the whole keep it moving, thing that, people be teaching and all of that shit, and it's like you listening to it. You gotta keep going, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep pushing, and it's like, oh my God. Because again, I've been divorced a year on the 18th, and I haven't been necessarily looking for a relationship, but anyone that I talked to, I definitely said I was open to one unless I was not interested in them that way, and I made that point clear. I don't really like you in that way, but you're more than welcome to text me, call me, at some point hang out. But if the intention is to smell my coochie, I don't like you in that way. Like, even as friends, I don't like you in that way. I don't want you to smell my coochie. No. And you know what? It's funny because one of the guys that I was friends with took that shit literal, and I hollered at his ass and said, "Did you just smell my coochie?" Oh my God. That shit was so hilarious. And I'm like, oh my God, guys are so fucking disgusting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I guess that's the equivalency too. I smell your dick if I got to. Oh my God. But I was like, did you just do that? But if you like it, I love it. But I just... At least I can say I ended another year without a relationship. This will be year number 3. So that'll be good. Because everybody kept saying, you moving too fast. I ain't moving doing nothing. I'm going to work. And if somebody call me and they want to have sex and I need sex, that's what I'm going to go do. That's just what that is. I don't see what the issue is. Is it that I'm not sneaking? Or that everybody wants to be in the business and be a part of it? No. Because, again, people should have been peeling apart the right things and not peeling apart the wrong things when it came to me. Everybody with me, drunk as fuck, break it down, roll it up. I ain't gonna blow my nose. I was in there crying. I'm out of tissue, out of Kleenex. I'm out of Kleenex in my bedroom. So, I have to go in the bathroom and get tissue. Ooh, I got it on my hand, nasty. So can you come pick up your clothes? Me and Diamond went to the gas station earlier. So I could get me a beer and some cigars, and that song came on in the car. Oh, I put it, excuse me, as we were getting out the car, and I was singing that song out, singing my little heart out. So can you come pick up your clothes? And see, I could have did him like I did the last time that I almost broke up with his ass and destroyed the whole apartment, and I didn't. My mom and daddy made me clean that apartment up before I left that apartment. And we were young then. I feel like when I left his ass this time, I left very dignified. I didn't destroy the apartment. I didn't clean up what could have been cleaned up because, I mean, of everything that everybody had lied about, so you can clean it up yourself. I left him with dishes, you know, because dishes come and go. I didn't destroy any of his shoes or his clothes because, again, what's for me is for me, and I feel like if I do those things, what's for me will not come to me. Everything was still on hangers. Everything was still folded. All that stuff. All of that. I even left him with all the things, you know, the last few remaining things that he did not break from his grandmother and his mom, you know. They can give those things to Diamond when it's time. That's not my job no more. Or you can do it because you her daddy, you know, because that's your side, the paternal side. Bloodline you came from, you know. That's what you're supposed to do. Make sure she has those things. So, yeah, I left those things for him to do that with. And then, left him with all the TVs. The couch I slept on with somebody else with, I left him with that. I don't know what he did with the kitchen table. But it was something I had been asking him for years to get rid of because it was too big for the apartment. So, I mean, I don't know what he did with that. But if he donated it or threw it away or whatever, you know, good. He ain't sitting it. Left him with a washer and a dryer. He can use that, you know, him and his bitch, you know, that'd be good. They'll start their new life with a new washer and dryer and shit. So that'd be good. And so, but yeah, I'm just like, oof. And I guess tomorrow, like I said, I'll probably sit at the house and braid my hair. I'll probably cook me a little something small here. There's some noodles or something in there. We're gonna have some top ramen. That's what we're doing tomorrow. So, I ain't never had a holiday where I did not want to fucking get out of the house. Like, in the past, when I was tired and really didn't want to, it was because of all the other things that I was doing, obviously. But I don't want to see nobody. Maybe if I would have gotten invited ahead of time, but I don't care to see nobody. I don't. I don't. Oh, I should have peed, but that mean I would have had to get off alive. Because don't nobody need to hear me peeing. Unless we friends. Oh, oh, oh. So, this is probably the first day that I've been able to let the leg air out this long, which I'm kind of glad, because, I mean, I still can't rub these bitches together like I said earlier, but it ain't leaking everywhere, because that first time I was like, oh, I'm going to let it air out like the doctor said. And I'm sitting there. Was I watching TV? I was watching TV. I don't remember if I had it on the mattress pad or if it was on the actual sheets or not. But 1 minute, it was fine. I look up and watch TV. The next minute, I look down, and it's just draining everywhere. And I'm just like, oh my God, I ain't gonna be able to go nowhere with this leg like this. Like, even with the last guy invited me out or whatever, like, it wasn't that bad, you know, but I was still trying to get out. Like, my only concern with if somebody invite me out is getting up and downstairs, because walking on regular ground ain't nothing. Like, if there's a chair or something somewhere and I'm out in public, obviously I'm gonna sit down. But, you know, if somebody lives in an apartment or whatever, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't want to be going to nobody's house and they always got to pick me the fuck up to get me up the stairs. Hell, unless I'm pregnant, that is something that is so unnecessary. So, and the fact that he came and spent time with me while my leg and shit was like this, in my miserable state, I think I appreciated him for that. You know, especially with all the things that he's told me about, that he's going through and shit like that. So I'm like, if you can take time out of whatever the fuck you got going on, Ben had going on or whatever, and come spend time with me, you know, it was definitely appreciated. And I tell anybody that I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to spend time with me, because you didn't have to. You could have been doing something else with anybody else. Even when I had girlfriends, you know, I always made sure I showed them appreciation. Even if I didn't open up my mouth and vocalize it, baby, get this plate of food. Or if I hadn't seen them in a few days, I could come get you some food, you know, or whatever the case may be. Or like when I was stable and buying clothes and shit like that, I don't like returning nothing. So if something is too big, too small, or whatever, and I know somebody that might need it or might want it, hey, I got something, you want this? Well, why you didn't send it back? Because I don't want to. And it didn't have nothing to do with me having a man with a job. I've always been like that. That's why I don't like online shopping if I don't know exactly the size. Like right now, because I'm still kind of in between sizing, I won't start out right away online shopping. I have to go in store and start buying clothes again, because I would have to fit, you know, try everything on. Now, since my body is so different, the stuff that I do have from online, that's old stuff, like maybe 2 or 3 years old at this point. So my body done changed a whole lot since I bought that. I've definitely been able to tell the difference since I first bought it and the duration of time since I've had it. So yeah, my body has definitely changed. I just need to figure out this bra situation now, cause I mean, it hasn't changed, but with my eczema flaring up the way it did, I'm going to have to find a different type of bra, because when it is time to go back out into the working world, if I get a job with overtime and all of that shit, I want to be at work comfortable without having to worry about my titties itching and all of that bullshit. And I am natural when it comes to certain things. Like, I don't wear deodorant if I don't want to. Like, if I'm going to work and my job don't require you to be up under my armpits, no, I'm not putting on no deodorant. No. And the guys that I've been with, they know that already. Like, I don't do certain stuff. Like, that's part of the problem. I don't do certain stuff. I just don't. If we're going to a party or some shit like that, and we're obviously going to want to be up under other people, then yes, I will obviously put deodorant on. But if I'm at home in my own self, no, I'm not gonna put no fucking deodorant on. If you, as my man, know what I smell like naturally, and you know what I smell like with other things on me, then no, I'm not finna just be putting that shit on just for the hell of it. Because most times they don't even want to smell that shit on you no way. That we use that to get them to get close to us, honestly. At this point, like I told my ex, if the nigga can't handle my morning breath, he can't handle me at all. So, and that nigga laughed at me when I said that shit and just looked. What? Because it's the truth. Because I'm going to be me no matter who comes into my life. Sir, can I roll over and kiss you in the middle of the night? If I can't roll over and kiss you in the middle of the night, I don't want you. And that's another thing. If you roll over and kiss me in the middle of the night and your breath stink, we got a problem. I need you to floss. Because I haven't been to the dentist in a long time. And any guy that I've come across has not said anything about my breath stinking unless I eat something bad. My ex is the only person that has ever complained about my breath. And that'd be because I'd hit his ass with some onions and some of everything else. But my grandma said if it don't stink, it ain't going to be good. So, I cannot do funky breath. And because I was in customer service for a long time, and that is something that they taught us in barber school, you can't be up in my face and your breath stink. I don't give a damn. There's a difference between you just woke up, and there's a difference in between you just woke up from being asleep for a long time. That means you ain't been brushing your teeth after you've been eating coochie, after you've been eating booty, after you've been doing whatever the fuck you do with your mouth. Like, no. Because, I've been around a number of guys. Breath smell different. What the hell type of lifestyle are you living for your breath to smell like that? I don't understand. And again, I have not gone to the dentist that often. So if I'm coming across guys and I smoke and I drink and I this and I that and my breath don't stink, and again, you smell yourself before anybody smells you. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. It ain't enough of this going on for them not to smell themselves. And if it is, they truly, truly have a problem if they do not smell themselves. I don't care. And I probably said that wrong. I don't give a damn. Because my mama made a comment the other day about me wafting. Baby, if I ain't washed it in about 4 or 5 days, it better waft. If it don't stink after I ain't washed it in a few days, that's the problem. Because why don't it stink? Yeah. I can tell you how long I can go. That's why I said, whoever come at me is different with a different type of person. Because the same people we were when we was younger doing all of that extra shit just to get people. Yeah, no, Kiara is not interested in that shit. No. If it's not going to be stability and security for me to be able to do that for your ass, no. And if you ain't putting in no money on it, your opinion don't matter. I do what I like. I do what makes me happy. If what makes me happy is what makes you happy, then we should be happy. If what I'm doing don't make you happy, then we not going to be happy. It's normally how that goes. Especially if, I tell you up front, what I don't like from my ideal man, because anybody that I've talked to, I just talk as if I'm giving out my ideal man. I'm not saying you are my ideal man, because I don't know if you are my ideal man. Hell, obviously I don't know what my ideal man is, because the last man I had I thought was my ideal man. So yeah, that don't necessarily mean you specifically is what my ideal man is, because the man who comes along don't have to mark off every box on the list, because the last one didn't. But he definitely hit the ones that were the most important. And that's what matters to me. That is what matters to me. Like I was telling somebody else, everything can be learned, everything can be taught, everything can be worked through. The only thing that I'm not going to be fighting on nobody on is sex. Because if I tell you something ain't right and you start telling me that I need to be quiet and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about and yada, 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 and I'm still unhappy, we're going to have a problem. Because if I'm coming to you in private to tell you what the issue is and you still disregarding me, then guess what? It's going to come out in public. So, y'all have to be for real when y'all say that y'all can talk to each other about everything. Because you can't be sensitive when it comes to certain things. And if you know that your person is sensitive, you have to find a way to talk to them, giving them the actual message without hurting their feelings. And that's what I feel like people fail to realize. You can still say what you need to say without disrespecting somebody, without disregarding somebody, without dismissing somebody, all of that stuff. Y'all say stuff and be, ugly about it, and then be wondering why don't nobody want to talk to y'all, or don't nobody want to come to y'all, don't nobody want to deal with y'all, stuff like that. And that's why. I need to charge my phone up. I need to get one of them portable things, because when I want to record, like right now, I just want to chill and record. I don't have to, I can set my phone up on a portable charger or whatever. I can't wait till I start stretching again. Like, I stopped stretching and all of that because of my foot, because I noticed that affected a lot of part of my muscle and stretching and stuff, even in my leg. So I had to chill. Obviously, like I said, the nurse who took my stitch out had said so, but the stretching of the toes and of my ankle is really all I've been able to do. I can definitely tell all the work that I was doing, walking and shit like that, has definitely, I definitely need to start walking again. I've definitely gained weight in my belly. The last time I went to the doctor, I was 172 with clothes on. So, which isn't bad, because I'm still under 200 pounds. Because like I said, I still think like 300-pound Kiara. So, I feel big, but I know I'm not that big. But like, my belly is not where it was over the summertime. Because again, once I started working, I had to just kind of eat whatever to make sure I had certain things and had money to do certain things and gas and shit like that. So, and around the holidays, now that I'm struggling again, definitely pinching, everything that I do, because I can't eat the way that I want to eat. And with my foot being the way it was, I definitely couldn't overindulge in certain things. Like, me and Candy have become lovers again. Like, I went and bought a big ass bag of Albanese gummy worms the other day, because I was sad. Because me and my friend got into it the other day, so I was definitely sad. So, definitely went and got me a big ass bag of gummy worms. Because, yeah. Again, I was pushing him off for a reason. And I'm kind of glad that I was, since it happened the way that it happened. I mean, I hate that it was him, because that's another him that I was always curious about, but what's for me is for me. And what's for me will come my way. I'm rubbing my feet together if y'all can hear that. And yeah, these suckers are a little rough, but I have scrubbed them with one of those hand gloves, scrubber thingies. I have scrubbed the bottom of them since then because, oh my God, the other day I slid across the floor, y'all. That means it's time for a pedicure. So I had to sit down and scrub them suckers. I'm scratching my leg. I had to sit down and scrub the bottom of them feet. I was just more concerned about the top of my leg. So now that I've smoothed out some of that skin on the top of my leg and it's healed some, I was comfortable with scrubbing the bottom of my feet. I just didn't want nothing because I was putting my leg up in the sink. So I just wanted to make sure any movements, anything I did, everything was going downward. Nothing was going up. So, like, I just got to the point to where I can shower and it doesn't hurt. Like, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Like, even getting in the shower on lukewarm water, it was okay for my leg, but it was pissing me off everywhere else because it wasn't warm enough. So most days I'd have to do a whole bath, oh my God, and then or wash my leg in the sink or whatever. And a lot of days I was having to wash my leg in the sink and only take 1 or 2 showers a day, and oh my God, that was throwing my body temperature all the way off. And again, with everything I've gone through, because I'm still not having a cycle, I try to regulate without complaining. So, and I'm not having a lot of sex. So, when my hormones and stuff are out of whack, or when I haven't smoked or whatever, like, I be trying to regulate without complaining. Like, me and my daddy was in here one day, and I think when I was sick, and I had to chill on the smoking a little bit, and I was pacing, but I was hurting. So, but I didn't want to lay in the bed. And he was like, well, baby, what's wrong? And I said, I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm just trying to regulate myself without complaining. I said, because I don't feel good. I feel miserable as I'll get out. I know there's nothing that can be done other than just letting it run its course. I've already taken all of my medications. And he was like, yeah. So I was like, I'm frustrated. Because it's like I'm doing things that I'm supposed to be doing that I've always done, and yet I'm getting sick. I'm missing out on money. I'm dealing with this bullshit with this man. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, when is it ever going to stop? So, I'm just like, I can't wait until I finally step on the green square and be on go. Because I feel like I'm at a halt right now, and I don't know why. I'm clapping my feet, y'all. I'm sorry. But I do. I feel like my life is on hold, and I don't know why. I thought the whole marriage thing is what was holding me back once it got to a certain point, because I was like, okay, you've already made the decision that you're separated, you're going to divorce, whatever the case may be. Certain things are not supposed to happen while you are still under a contract with someone else. So that was understandable. And honestly, like I said, I wasn't looking for certain things because I act a certain way. But I definitely try to live by the Bible as best as I can. I don't give a damn. Okay. I'm a saved heathen. I don't give a fuck. Jesus know my heart. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Girl, get that together. My bad, y'all. I didn't know that one was coming out. But, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like once I signed the divorce papers, I just felt like certain things should have been happening for me since I was not looking for certain things even after the divorce. I wasn't looking for certain things when I got married to him, so, my ex. So it's just like, okay, at a certain age, I should be, hitting this, da 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 da. And yes, I'm going to forever be stuck on the whole timeline thing because that's what we were taught. And like my daddy was trying to talk to me about money wise, and I'm like, Daddy, I have lost and missed so much money dealing with this love bullshit just for right now because of something that somebody could not control or did not know how to control or could not open their mouth up and say at the right time, I can't control this no more. So it's like I don't want to put myself in another position where I have to depend on a man in that way to where I'm dropped on my ass, or if I decide I need to stand my ground on some shit, I'm stuck out. Because that's all this whole situation was. I stood my ground on something by myself. That's why I said I cannot be with nobody else who plays him. Because there's a whole lot to that than what people just really have in their imagination. When it comes to being in a relationship. Because you can feel like you him and you're single all day long. But when you truly pursue somebody, you truly want to be with somebody, there's a different type of him that you have to be. I really don't want to be nobody else's come up. I don't want to be nobody else's stepping stone. Because it is how I felt once we got to a certain point when he didn't want to help me. I definitely told him, he definitely got Hollywood. He pretty much did. You didn't have shit when we met. I pretty much had what I wanted to do going or trying to get it up and going, but I had a direction. I had multiple directions, honestly. You didn't have one. You had one. And you fucked it up because you were fighting. And then you came home and you couldn't figure out what the fuck to do. So I do feel like when it was my turn, because I made this comment regarding friends as well, I do feel like when it was my turn to spaz out, cry, be homeless, be a bum, whatever the fuck it was I needed to do in that moment that I allowed others to do for themselves in our privacy, I felt like people definitely got Hollywood. I do. I definitely do. And like something has happened, in the friend group or whatever, and it was like, I'm sorry to hear that. It's like when these things happen, when you've been around somebody for so long, is when it's like you want to be there for them, you want to hold them, you want to this, you want to that, especially depending on the type of relationship them and that person might have had. It's like those are the moments where you want to be there for that person, but then you got to realize how they did you, and it's like, let me know if you need me. I ain't got no money for you. I don't have a shoulder. You got one of those already, so I can't give you those either. I barely got an ear, but I can listen to you. Because even when I wasn't reachable, I was still reachable. So. But yeah. And I don't want to get in another situation, especially if they've come from another serious situation where They're not honest about what they've experienced already. That way, if we're building together, we know what we don't want to deal with. Because again, I've already said cheating is a choice. And if you aren't on a certain level thinking wise, you gonna do it. You gonna do it. Because you're weak. You're gonna do it. You have to have the mindset of, like I said, I crack little jokes with people on Facebook about certain things, but if my nigga cannot Heisman a bitch, that means you don't care about me. Why am I here if you have to even consider her feelings? Even a little bit. Un poquito. Even a little bit. I don't care. Hi, hello, excuse me, pardon me is really it. If you open the door for the bitch, thank you, you're welcome. That's about it. Anything outside of that, you has been a bitch. That's it. To me, that's respectful to the person that you're talking to. Now, I can only speak for myself because when I was occupado, I would definitely ignore guys or tell them I'm married or whatever the case may be. Like me and this guy one time, he was mumbling something at the register, and I'm just trying to get what I need to get. Because number one, if you're going to try to approach me, whether I'm with somebody or not, or I'm talking to somebody or not, be a man about the shit. If you're going to approach me like a bitch, I'm going to treat you like a bitch. And I hate to say that because me and my ex got into it because I told him he was acting like a bitch. I didn't call him a bitch, but he said it was the same thing. And even my daddy agreed with him. It was the same thing. There's a difference between you acting like one and you are a bitch. Because in this moment about this particular situation, you could have been being a bitch about the situation. I'm not necessarily calling you a bitch. But I digress. So, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I forgot what I was even talking about. But at any rate, I need a drink. That's what I need. I need a drink. I need a drink. I need a hug. I need something. I can't wait to get a pedicure. Ooh, I just popped my ankle. At least I ain't have to stand up and do it. So when I stand up and pop my ankles, and I hate doing that because I rolled my ankles a lot growing up because I'm pigeon-toed. And even with playing sports and once everything was toned up, I still had the same issue. And I hadn't been able to pop my ankles until I got grown, until like a couple of years ago. And that felt so good. And when I was able to do it, I'd have to stand up and pop. Okay, I hate to use this reference, but like how big people stand on the side of their shoes, I'd have to do that to pop my ankle. And I knew that wasn't healthy, especially for as big as I was. Because I was like, that would just be the thing for me. I'll roll my ankle, I'll pop my ankle, and I'm too fucking big to even, do anything on it or whatever, or I do it fucking wrong and I fuck up. That was the thing for me. Because, baby, me being 300 pounds is not supposed to be my end all be all. This is just a moment. Oh, my God. So, I'm just like, I'm happy about that. But I can definitely tell a lot of my aches and pains after this attack are no longer there. Which is a good thing. So hopefully once I start working out again, even with me being this small, certain things don't hurt. Because everything flows together. So this dog attack was a blessing in disguise, nonetheless. I just can't wait to get back on my shit, because this is for the birds. How I end up in this ghetto ass shit, I don't know, but it is what it is. Hey, I'm what that is. Hey, I don't even know why that popped in my head. I need to get me a speaker or something. Hell, my little friend offered to give me some headphones. I guess I was supposed to be a doormat and keep letting them talk to me any kind of way in order to get them. I guess I wasn't supposed to have a backbone. But I'll keep using the ones my mom bought me. I just can't talk on the phone with them, but it'll be okay. Yeah, I think once I set up a workout routine with my brother, I'll be more comfortable. Right now, even though right now it doesn't hurt, I still don't feel 100%, obviously, because I'm not there yet, but I'll get back to it. Kind of hate that I wasn't some sort of a leg model since this shit done happened, but you never know. Now, when I was bigger and I thought I was beautiful, I did want to be like a plus size model. The only thing about that was I don't think I had the confidence to be able to stand in front of a camera and be 100% happy with that because I knew that wasn't healthy. I would have just done it for the money. Because again, my body at 16, 17 years old is really what my ideal figure or what I envision myself to be. And obviously, I've gone through a whole lot. I can't get my body back down to that. But it's still a goal. I think I need to hell, I don't need to do shit. I done washed. My daddy brought home pizza. I don't know if that was for everybody. I'll go in there and look in the box and see how much. If it's a lot in there, then obviously it was for the whole house. So even though I'm dependent on my parents again for food, it's just I still try to be courteous when it comes to some things. Because baby still gotta eat. So, and my daddy has made his comment about I need to eat. So I don't really worry about my brother because he's working. So unless he's thrown up out there, you know, he got bills out the ass, he can feed himself. So I just be trying to not to eat up what they buy because I'm having to depend on them right now because they already know why I'm doing this. So it's rough, but I have my reasons. Because I don't give a damn if I don't have no furniture in my next place. As long as my name is on it, and I can control whatever the fuck goes on in that bitch, I do not care. This process that I'm going through right now is the true learning of patience. Because it's like I'm having to wait for so much in my life right now. When we're told we're the ones who have control. I think I'm gonna go smoke and drink my drink. I was trying not to get drunk just in case somebody invited me out, but it looks like I'm finna be drunk to myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I actually haven't been drinking like that since I no longer have a drinking buddy. Friend or lover, it don't really matter. I don't have a drinking buddy, so I'm not really drinking like that. Hell, the last time I did drink, it was with my cousin. That was when all this hospital shit started happening. Because we went through a whole bottle of Paul Masson. I don't care. I actually had fun that night. Just us, my brother, and his girlfriend. That was so fun. But, yeah, I think I'm finna chill for the rest of the night. I don't know. I might do another YouTube video or something. Because I was going to record doing my hair. So if I don't go nowhere tomorrow, I might record me doing my hair. I'm just throwing some shit together. Because, again, the end of the year has just been thrown together for me. So I'm just trying to make it. Just trying to make it. In my Trey Songz voice. Just gotta make it. So I hope everybody have a Merry Christmas. I don't want to say Happy New Year because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make another video. But if I don't, Happy New Year. And y'all enjoy y'all's evening. Good night.